What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And today, Eagles fans, show me that energy. Show me that energy, because a lot of y'all was on my stream when y'all sat up there and y'all were talking all crazy and stuff after that Thursday night game. I'm going to need to see y'all. I'm going to need to see y'all comments. I'm going to need to see it all. But Washington rips a victory from the Philadelphia Eagles to sit up there and take the game 36-33 in a hard-fought battle. Jaden Daniels, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Washington altogether had 5 turnovers. But the fact that they sat up there and was able to get the victory anyway, this is a team that seems ready. Again, still has some stuff to work on. I'm going to be honest with y'all. When Marshawn Lattimore went out and St. Juice came in and they immediately found St. Juice, that put my heart into a tailspin. I tell y'all, I was like, holy crap. That St. Juice is in and they found him. Like, you know what? At this point right now, St. Juice needs to change his number. Because when they see that 25 show up, everybody goes at 25. He needs to change his number because we got to find a way to hide him. And the only way we can do that is Percy Butler's going to have to go to number 25. And we're gonna have to give St. Juice 35. He's gonna have to get a different number, because I tell you, when that 25 shows up on the field, man, it becomes a problem. But whew, man, I tell you, 5 passing touchdowns by Jaden Daniels. Fantastic game. Came out with the victory. This was a game that I was really concerned about, because you're talking about early in the game. One of the things that we saw was that Saquon Barkley had 109 yards rushing in the first quarter. And it just seemed like that was going to be the tailspin. That was going to be the thing that sat up there and made our victory it was going to make us have a hard time having to get in a victory in this game. But we knocked Jalen Hurts out the game. Some other guys go out the game. And we were able to hold off. Even a late Jaden Daniels interception was still able to find a way to win. Oh, man. We did. This is what you want to see. You know, like going up against Pittsburgh and losing a tight game against Pittsburgh, losing a tight game against Baltimore. I think that those games really got them. Those games and the tight game against Dallas towards the end. You know, like those tight games that they've been playing this year have been games that have really sat up there and made it possible for Washington to really find a way to seal the victory. Like I said, this was a hard-fought game, man. I mean, Terry McLaurin, 12 touchdowns this year. Second in the league in touchdowns, right behind Jamar Chase. Again, Terry's having an all-pro season. He will be first-team all-pro. So I'm telling y'all, Terry has an opportunity to really, really get it. Maybe second-team all-pro, because I think first team, they only take 3 wide receivers. But he has a chance of being one of the 3, because you're talking about but it's all wide receivers. So, but still, either way, Terry is having an all-pro season, a Pro Bowl season. He's doing it very well this year, and nobody's been able to stop him. I think Jaden has sealed up the Offensive Rookie of the Year trophy this year. This has been a roller coaster of a game that we really, there's some things that we still need. We need a tight end. I'm not talking about Zach Ertz. I'm not talking about John Bates. I'm not talking about Ben Sinnott. I'm not talking about any of those guys. I'm talking about we need a legit tight end that makes it hard for people to mess with us across the middle of the field. Because currently right now, like Zach Ertz is there, but Zach Ertz is not. We need us a George Kittle type. We need us a Travis Kelce type. We need us a guy that can come through the middle and make it hard for teams to really sit up there and defend us in a manner that's not going to be a problem. We need a Bowers type. You know, we need something like that. You know, we need us a Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. We need something like that makes teams respect us when it comes to the middle of the field. And on top of that, it gives Jaden an opportunity to have a release valve and not be a person that's sitting there trying to figure out how far he needs to throw the ball. And I mean, we saw the bubble screens return. That was good play calling by Cliff Kingsbury after last week, where it just seemed like he didn't know what the bubble screens were anymore, or like he couldn't really do anything. Man, teams are now getting to a point at where they're not letting Brian Robinson do anything. Second straight game where they are not letting Brian Robinson do nothing. And teams are making it a point of showing that they aren't going to let that happen. They are not going to let Brian Robinson beat them. So, again, like I said, fantastic game. We got 2 more games left. Michael Penix threw for 202 yards. He had no touchdowns. And he was, I think it was like 18 to 20 something. So, we got to make sure that we show up in this next game. But currently right now, like I said, this game was a very well-fought game. The offensive line needs to tighten up some more. They need to tighten up a little bit more. They played a lot better this game. I have to give them credit. They didn't have a lot of penalties, which is very good for this offensive line, especially when you go back to the last 3 or 4 games where they've been like struggling because they've been getting penalties after penalties. They actually didn't play bad this game. They were still struggling because that Philly front 4 was very tough on them. But again, like I said, they played fairly well this time. They just couldn't open up no running lanes. It just was not happening. Like I said, second straight game where teams are not letting Washington do it at all. So it is what it is. We did not clinch a playoff spot. Now, the thing about it is I think Green Bay plays on Monday. They could clinch if they win. But the 49ers are out. But the Rams won. The Rams won. The Rams won, the Falcons won, and I'm not certain if Carolina came back and won, because I think it was in overtime, so I'm not certain who won that game. But so we still got 2 games left. We got Atlanta up next. This is a very key game for us. I want to go back though about the need for a tight end or something that comes, like if Cliff Kingsbury can find a way to get something that is a threat in the middle of the field, that would be fantastic, because there's too many times where Jaden, you can tell he's wants to check it down, but there's nowhere to check it down to. There's nobody coming across the middle. There's nobody sitting in the middle of the field that's a threat. You know, even when you think about Zach Ertz doesn't sit in the middle of the field well enough to be seen by Jaden, and he doesn't flash well enough to be seen by Jaden. So, you know, these are these points and times where Austin Eckler was so important to us, and him not being on the team has been like a big and major concern, because He's the guy who would come out, who would do wheel routes and come out the backfield and would be in the middle of the field and would make plays. With that element missing, Cliff Kingsbury has to find something else that can actually do that, because we desperately need somebody who can attack the middle of the field. Because there were a bunch of times that if we just had a tight end that was dangerous in the middle of the field, this game wouldn't have been as uncomfortable as it was. We would have also gotten Philly to back off of their rush. So, but again, very, very good game. Like I said, Jaden played very well. Even though he had his 2 picks, he played well enough. 5 touchdowns. That can supersede the 2 picks. Was worried because one of the picks came late in the game and wasn't sure if we were able to really eke that out. But we did. We got the victory. That's all that matters. The victory came when we really needed. The defense stood up. I don't know what's going on with Lattimore. They said it's a hamstring, which is, like if it's a hamstring, that's going to be a problem. Because, like I said, unless they change St. Juice's number, maybe they should give him number 32. Give him a number that, something that, people won't look to him initially. So, man, that was a game. That was a very good game. And it was something that, I bet you a lot of Philly fans are feeling some type of way right now because they're going to talk trash. And like I said, bring your energy, Philly fans. I better hear from y'all. I better see y'all in the comments. Don't come here when y'all got victory and then don't come here when y'all lose. You know what I'm saying? I want to see y'all in the comments because I need to see all of y'all in the comments. Saquon Barkley, I told y'all, the greatest running back in my personal opinion, the greatest running back I've ever seen. And understand, when Eric Dickerson's career was at the tail end, when I really started to get engulfed in football, the greatest running back I've ever seen is Marshall Faulk. Without a shadow of a doubt, Saquon Barkley is the second greatest running back I've ever seen. This guy is a danger at all times. And the fact that, and I'll say this, if Philadelphia was to adopt the greatest show on turf's offense, that Mike Martz offense, trust and believe, Philly would probably be the most unstoppable team in the league. But thank God they haven't done it yet. Thank God they haven't figured out that they have the most dangerous running back who can also be a wide receiver. Thank God they haven't figured that out. Thank God they haven't figured out that they could have the most potent offense in the world. Thank God they haven't figured that out. Thank God, thank God, thank God. But like I said, Saquon Barkley, he's a devastating player, man. And I had to... That was an amazing sign. Howard Roseman does it again. Amazing damn signing. So, but at the end of the day, the Commanders have snatched victory from the hands of the Philadelphia Eagles, especially after they went up